Hey, how y'all doing? Good morning, and welcome to episode number 5 of It's Life, dude. And speaking of It's Life, I just had an experience that didn't make me happy at all. Uh, this this is take two. First time I went through the whole daggone thing, and I'll tell you what, the mic wasn't on. The mic wasn't on. Unreal, unreal. Uh, I'm gonna get this out the way right now. Don't wake up in the morning and have a fat glass of stupid with an itty bowl of idiot soup and a big old cup of on the side. Please, let's drive safely. Let's drive safely. Again, I see accidents every day, every single day, and I'm telling you that distracted driving. I seen a lady on the highway going about 70 miles an hour. She had a cell phone in one hand, a cigarette in the other. She had her face turned the other way, yelling at kids in the car on the highway. On the highway. Right past me. I'm like, oh my God. That's a death sentence. Let's be smarter about our approach to driving, please. Um, take care of your people and your loved ones, and let's do it responsibly. I mean, driving gets you from here to there. Let's arrive alive. Okay. That's the end of my PSA. Ah, check this out. Remember that turkey soup I was telling you guys about? The one I was so happy to be showing you, which I never showed you because the angle wasn't right in the camera. Well, anyway, a certain young lady, I won't say no names, was making faces at me as I was explaining to her the process of what I was going to do before I did it. And so, the face that she made, it stuck with me because I'm thinking that, she's not going to want this turkey soup because of how I'm explaining how I'm going to make it. This is my lady, by the way. So yesterday, around 11:30, quarter to 12, after I finished my making the video and doing all the stuff I needed to do, I'm all happy. I'm excited. I'm enthused that I'm going to have this soup, right? So I get to the refrigerator, I take the soup out, and then I open it. I'm like, whoa, folks, I had maybe I had maybe 6 tablespoons of soup soup left in there. I had to add a little water to it just to get it to be a half a bowl of turkey soup, which I wanted so badly. It- And that face that she made stuck with me as I'm preparing the soup. I'm trying to heat it up and everything. I I wasn't mad at her. No, not at all. But I was definitely disappointed that my turkey soup was gone. Yes, she saved me some. At least she saved me some. Yes, but I had my face fixed. You know the feeling. You know what I'm talking about. But the face that she made stuck right here. But- and I'm thinking, okay, she tore that soup up. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like that. She ate the hell out of that soup. Must have been good, huh? Yeah. Anyway, how you guys doing? Welcome to the 5th episode of It's Life, dude. Once again, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for um, subscribing, liking, commenting. Um, I appreciate you very much. Uh, I was telling this. I was telling the story uh, of how we love music so much, and it's a part of my life. I play bass guitar. I play uh, acoustic guitar. My electric is right there. Uh, I got like 6 guitars in this house. Seven guitars in this house. Um, and music is my life. Play drums, bass, lead. keyboards. We had an organ in our house, and I drove my mother crazy when I was a kid playing that thing. I was the only one on it every day, all day. So the keyboard is my thing, drums and keyboards. But the guitar I've been playing. I bought my first guitar, I think, when I was 11 or 12. I had a little paper route. Uh, that was like my first, job ever. Before that, we used to go to the store and help people with their bags and get a quarter here and there, buy some candies or whatever. Um, but the paper route that I ended up with three paper routes. I thought I was just gonna have a paper route, right? Nah, I had three paper routes. Oh, morning one, the night one, and the weekend one. I'm like, why do my parents keep trying to keep me busy? Like they kept me busy, which is a good thing. I appreciate that because it taught me something. But I used that money to buy what I wanted. I would share with my brothers and sisters and buy them this and that or whatever if I had it like that. But when I wanted a guitar, I bought myself my first guitar. I think the store was called Ames, something like that. I think it was Ames, but it was like a department store. It was almost like I can't say Target, but uh, almost like a Walmart, But there was no food in there, so they had everything else, clothes, There was another store called Montgomery Ward. There was Ames. There was Woolworths. All of those stores, but I think it was Ames that I got the my first guitar from, and I learned how to play that thing, and I stayed on that thing all day. But what the kicker was, my mother bought me a drum set when I was 13. That was it. That lit a fire. Woo-hoo! Oh my God. And then I took drums in school. I ended up playing bass clarinet in school. I really wanted to play guitar, but they wouldn't let me do that. So it was just band first, um, uh, junior high, first year of junior high. I was just playing clarinet, but the second year in junior high, I played drums because something happened to the guy who originally played drums, and everybody kept saying he could play drums, he could play drums, and I didn't think they were gonna let me do it, but yeah, yeah, that started a fire. You know, I made a song about it. I sure did. Yes, I did. But yeah, music is in my life. It is a part of my life. It's in my blood. I remember the first time uh, uh, that me and my dad played our first song together. It was the weirdest thing because he and I played the same notes, and we just stopped and just looked at each other, and we ended up creating a song from it years later from what we were playing that day. Like I said, I was 25, my sister was 24, and it was crazy. It was crazy uh, to think that we had this in each of us. I hadn't seen that man since I was two. The very first day we get together, we play music and we're playing the same damn thing. It was ooh, it that was freaky. That to this day that freaks me out. That freaks me out. That's crazy. But yeah, and then you know, to have him, come to my studio, you know, I got him from uh from where he lived upstate, and he came there and he came to my studio. I had just created a really nice studio. I had the soundproofing up and everything. I had a booth. It was so nice. Oh my God, I loved it. That the whole living room was my studio, and then the middle of the house was the living room. Then we had a big kitchen, so we didn't need a dining room. So the dining room ended up being a living room, and the kitchen was big enough to support everything. But man, ah, I can't wait till you guys hear it. That's why I keep saying everything is leading up to March because March is going to be like a reveal month, and that's why I'm giving you more information about you know um, the music thing and the music stuff, and stories here and there, about you hear a lot about my pops because the reason this is called uh, it's life, dude. Because there's a song my dad and a few people and I created. I produced this, and and it the song means a lot, and 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 when he said that, he wasn't there. It was a conversation we were having on the phone, and he was sounding a certain way. Uh, I think that same day, that's when I made that song about that song meeting my dad about my sister. I think it was episode 2. You heard that song. I'm not sure though, but yeah, maybe one, maybe two, something like that. Anyway, uh, there's two songs that came out of that conversation that he had, and I recorded them because I wanted to remember why he, the way he sounded, because he had a morbid tone in his voice, and I didn't like it, you know, and what when he talked to me, and me and my brother there, uh, he wasn't my brother, he was one of my really good friends, um, who, by the way, was my music partner all throughout life from the time I was 26 all the way up into 20 this year, the end of this year. Yeah, because he just passed. Oh man, I'm gonna miss him too. He just passed this year, and you're gonna hear a lot of his music too. That one, that oh, whew, Lord. Anyway, I was saying about the reason this is called "It's Life" because uh, uh, all of this show is dedicated to my dad because he's the catalyst to me and my tribe. So, you know, when I say my tribe, I mean all of my people: my mother, father, sister, brothers, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, friends, and frenemies. And the reason I say frenemies because where we grew up, you had to fight every day almost, and if you didn't, you you know you was that sucker in our neighborhood, and nobody liked the little whiny sucker. You had to prove yourself in our neighborhood, and that's how you gain respect, and you ended up being friends mostly with the people that you fought because you manned up, and it was weird, but that's the way it was. you know Again, steel sharpens steel. you know and remember when I told you that, uh it's a it's a it's a is just the way we grew up. It was cold up there. More ways than one. It wasn't just cold, but it was cold. But I appreciate the fact because these days the kids don't they didn't have that. They didn't walk to school in the cold. They caught the bus. They catch the bus now, which I'm glad. But at the same time, we walked in the cold. I remember when I said that about the the cold cutting your like it felt like glass cutting your legs walking across two bridges almost 7 to 10 miles. I don't really know the mileage, but I know it was like 7 to 10 miles, something like that, because it was a long walk. And that school system to me should be ashamed of themselves the way they treated us in our neighborhood. you know that was crazy. We walked far many a days. Them kids, we went to school with tears because it was just too damn cold. Many a days. Those who had cars could drive their kids to school. But for the most part, it was a lot of us walking. Now, it seemed like our whole neighborhood was walking across those bridges, literally. But yeah, that's the way we grew up. But I'm glad of that fact because it made us stronger. What don't kill you makes you stronger, right? So that's what it was. And I appreciate that fact. You know, I appreciate that fact. It helped you have a good work ethics. Like I said before, when my dad was um, the second day I went to work with him, and I told you that he said the best way to know a man is to work with him. But that taught me a lot, and I think he learned that from one of his good friends, who was an older gentleman. My dad always helped the older people out, and I when I worked with him, it used to make me so mad because I felt like we were working for nothing sometimes. But I understood it because the people that he worked for were generally older black people, and he respected them and he tried to help them, especially the ladies, the older ladies that were by themselves and things like that, or if it was a handicapped man, because his friend was handicapped. He had a missing leg. He was an older military guy who owned a service station, and it was a gas station and a service station that had a store in it. I worked there for a little while, but he couldn't pay me right, or he didn't pay me right. Either way, I couldn't sustain like that. But anyway, I still learned from that man, and I think that that's where my dad learned his work ethic, or and the way he came up too, because they came up with respect for their elders, and that was a good thing, and it taught me a lot, and it taught me a whole lot, so you know that's something that these kids don't have today. Right now I think these kids, if they had a little bit more adversity in their lives, they'd be a lot stronger for it. This is why I appreciate my kids, the way they raise their kids, because they're not having it. My kids aren't parents that get run over. Nope. Nope. Because my kids ain't they didn't run over me, and I couldn't run over my dad. No, no, you know, it was crazy. Um, as- it was crazy. They used to say that I was too hard on my son, but I'm glad, because now he's got a lot of boys. I got a lot of grandkids. Okay, he's got a lot of kids, and I tell you what, the way I raised him, I'm glad, because he stays on them, and he gives them structure, and they need that, you know. Young boys without a father in their lives, man, that's bad. That's bad. A child with no fear is even worse. Okay, but this is what we coming up into now. But it is what it is. Oh, once again, I want to thank you guys for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for hitting that notification bell. I truly appreciate it. Like I said, it's not just for me. It's not just for my immediate tribe, but it's once this page grows and it's 1,000 subscribers, it's gonna help us get to the next level, and that's gonna help me to help others, and to do things, a lot bigger and a lot better. Because when you do better, you do better. You know what I mean? Especially if you have a mindset to reach out and to do something for your community. If you have the means and the power to do it. But charity starts at home first. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at, and I'm trying to make it better. I want to leave some kind of legacy for my people. Like I said, I got a huge tribe, and it's not. I don't just consider it just my kids and my grandkids. And like I said, my mother, father, sister, brothers, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, children, and grandchildren, friends and frenemies, step parents, all of that. They're all my people, all of them. You know, all of that. If you know me, you know me. You know what it is. I can't reach out to everybody, but I try to reach out, one way, form, or fashion. Um, and I really want to leave something for these grandchildren of mine. I can't go upstate right now the way I want to travel back and forth, because I used to do it a lot. But when that pandemic hit, you know what I'm talking about. And it's a pandemic for, let's not even go there. Oh, yeah, let's not go there, because that'll just piss me off. That whole thing. Anyway, when that thing hit, it affected a lot of people, and to this day, it affects a lot of people. It destroyed a lot, and quiet as kept. It's like people are not really. It's like they didn't take it seriously or something. I don't know. Um, um, but it's like, yeah, it happened, and let's move forward. It's weird how they take it. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh no, this is a catalyst. This is like a bridge to something further to come, because evil is rampant, and it don't stop for nothing. So how do they say? Uh, uh, Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That kind of thing. That part, you heard? So that, I keep that in my mind because we was raised, uh, let me put it like this: the Bible ain't never lied to me. Okay, man has always lied, but the Bible hasn't. So yeah, but anyway, I want to thank everybody for you know having some kind of interest in this thing that I'm doing here, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Um, and when we do hit 1,000 subscribers, I want to do a giveaway. So in the comments, give me some suggestions on what that is we can do. I was thinking maybe for the subscriber that comments the most or something like that, or a random name in the hat or something like that, uh, something. I don't know. Suggestions. Give me some. Let's have a dialogue. Let me know what you think. Let's work together and let's make this happen. Because once again, this page is about love, life, food, travel, music, and not necessarily in that order. Family, it's about all of that. And I'm not gonna put myself in a box. And oh yes, um, I don't say names, people, places, that kind of thing because a lot of people don't like to be put up there like that, and I'm trying to respect everybody, and and believe it or not, for me, this camera thing is hard. I truly hate it, but I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for my people. I'm doing what I got to do. Like I said, I'm trying to leave a legacy for my tribe and for my people, and I'm trying to build something. Um, and putting my best foot forward to make not just an effort. Uh, if I'm speaking it, I'm doing it. You know, and that's what it is. If I'm speaking it, I'm doing it. Period. And I'm gonna be the best at it. Point blank. It is what it is. This is gonna be the channel, and I'm gonna interview people. We're gonna be doing cooking challenges. We're gonna be walking around, just having a normal conversation. Sometimes you might even see me at some water fishing somewhere, talking to you. You know, it's something. I'm gonna give you all that I am, the best that I can do, and I hope that it interests you enough to uh, help us to create and build this legacy and be a part of it, because we're all a part of this. It's life, dude. Peace.